A warm welcome to you all from Bristol Royal Hospital for Children. We'd like to thank you for joining us for our virtual service of light. This is a service we hold to honour and remember the lives of children cared for here at the hospital. Children whose lives have brought happiness and joy to their family and friends. Children who've brought inspiration to those who've cared for them. We recognise that this time of year is special and significant for many. But when a precious child has died, it often contains a greater degree of poignance and significance. For some, it may be a time when emotions and that sense of loss feel heightened. For some, it may be a time when memories and connections feel greater. Parents, siblings, grandparents, family members and friends, we wish to let you know that we're thinking of you. Our hope is that this service will bring us together, will provide you with a sense of support, of remember those who have lived.
Our annual service of light from the Bristol Children's Hospital allows both families and staff to acknowledge the light and the darkness of the year behind us. In our service, we will place stars on a tree, stars shining in the night sky, stars symbolising a hope that remains within us, and the grace and beauty of those whom we love and will carry forever in our hearts. Each star touching us deeply as we remember and perhaps pray. Our readings are drawn from literature and also honour the festivals of Diwali, Hanukkah and Christmas. Their common hope is that light would shine in whatever darkness we have experienced, and it would not be sorrow that unites us, but peace.
An extract from The Little Prince. People have stars, but they aren't the same. For travellers, the stars are guides. For other people, they're nothing but tiny lights. And for still others, for scholars, they're problems. For my businessman, they were gold. But all those stars are silent stars. You, though, you'll have stars like nobody else. What do you mean? When you look up at the sky at night, since I'll be living on one of them, since I'll be laughing on one of them, for you, it'll be as if all the stars are laughing. You'll have stars that can laugh. And he laughed again. And when you're consoled, everyone is eventually consoled, you'll be glad you've known me. You'll always be my friend. You'll feel like laughing with me, and you'll open your windows sometimes just for the fun of it. And your friends will be amazed to see you laughing while you're looking up at the sky. Then you'll tell them, yeah, it's the stars. They always make me laugh.
a Hindu prayer honouring the recent Diwali Festival of Lights. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to life, from uncertainty to truth. Lead me from despair to hope, from fear to trust. Lead me from hate to love, from conflict to peace. Let peace fill our heart, our world, our universe. Peace, peace, peace.
We want you to feel us alongside you with our love and support as we remember and celebrate your very precious children, your son, your daughter, your brother or sister, your grandchild or godchild, niece, nephew, cousin or friend. Your children have touched our hearts and inspired so many of us here at the Children's Hospital, and we want to light a candle to remember and honour them. And we'd like to take a moment to pause and reflect on the deeply lasting impact and very special way that they've touched the lives of all of us who've cared for them. If you have a candle of your own wherever you're watching, perhaps you'd like to light it as we light ours, and let the glow of the flame chase away the darkness and bring you a sense of comfort, peace, and hope. So now we think of you and remember each boy and girl and the light and love that they've brought to our lives that will shine on always. We remember you. This is a poem called Sometimes by Frank Brown. Sometimes when the sun goes down, it seems it will never rise again, but it will. Sometimes when you feel alone, it seems your heart will break in two, but it won't. And sometimes it seems it's hardly worthwhile carrying on, but it is. For sometimes, when the sun goes down, it seems it will never rise again, but it does.
This poem was created in collaboration with staff in the Children's Hospital, and it's called In the Doorway. We've talked a lot about dark and light. Let's name their cousins. Absence and presence, cold and warmth. Maybe you've closed a little of your open, or maybe your recent is raw as a hinge, a book flung wide. The frame changes daily, time's strange carpentry. Even after decades, perhaps especially then, there's a sense that if you close the door, you might lose the light. But you don't have to stand in shivers forever. You could rest cross-legged in the threshold, both here and there, until a short time turns eternal. When dusk grows absent, cold, you could hold a family gathering of presence, warmth, shake your pins and needles into leggy laughter, allowed to be allowed. The door can't shut out sound. It helps us listen closer, attuned to musical silence. A palm strokes the wall's forehead to find the light switch, a slow motion shift, or cups a draftless candle. Lit, not overwhelmed by air. There's a twinkly keyhole, a grateful shape, an unchanged lock you'll always fit. And if your key feels sad and silent, there's the letterbox to sing through. It's me. I'm ready. Let me in.
A reading taken from the Christian festival of Christmas as the Magi follow a star searching for the infant Jesus. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judah, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? We observed his star at its rising and have come to pay him homage." King Herod sent them to Bethlehem, so they set out, and there ahead of them went that star that they'd seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place the child was. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, where they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then opening their treasure chests, they offered him gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Our Christmas blessing is an extract from Amazing Peace by Maya Angelou. We welcome the peace of Christmas. We beckon this good season to wait a while with us. We, Baptist and Buddhist, Methodist and Muslim, say, come, peace. Come and fill us and our world with your majesty. We, the Jew and the Jainist, the Catholic and the Confucian, implore you to stay a while with us, so we may learn by your shimmering light how to look beyond complexion and see community. It is Christmas time, a halting of hate's time. On this platform of peace, we can create a language to translate ourselves and to each other. At this holy instant, we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ into the great religions of the world. We jubilate the precious advent of trust. We shout with glorious tongues at the coming of hope. All the earth's tribes loosen their voices to celebrate the promise of peace. We, angels and mortals, believers and non-believers, look heavenward and speak the word aloud. Peace. We look at our world and speak the world aloud. Peace. We look at each other, then into ourselves, and we say without shyness or apology or hesitation, peace, my brother. Peace, my sister. Peace, my soul.